Hey guys, and welcome back to another deck tech. My name's Daniel, and this is my white Avacyn deck. So let's get started. So to start us off with the one drops, we've got two Soldier of the Pantheons. It's a 2/1 protection from multicolored for 1, and whenever your opponents cast a multicolored spell, you gain 1 life. Now that's not always relevant, but a 2/1 for 1 is. So yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't play that. Then we got a Shield of the Avatar. If a source would deal damage to a quick creature, prevent X of damage where X is the number of creatures you control. And it's a 2 equip and a 1 drop, so you can get that down quite quickly, which is quite good. Then we've got 2 Hero of Iroas. Aura spells you cost 1 less to cast. Aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And it's a 2 drop 2/2 and heroic for her 1/1 counters, which is also pretty cool. Next we've got 2 Spirit Bonds. It's a 2 drop enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay white. If you do, put a 1/1 spirit creature token onto the battlefield with flying. And then sacrifice 1 for 2. Target non-spirit gains indestructible until end of turn. Very relevant when you're bringing out 4 or 5 each turn if you can. Then we've got 2 Ajani, Caller of the Prides. +1. He starts on 4 and he's a 3 drop. +1, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. -3, target creature gains flying and double striking in it until the end of turn. And -8, put X 2/2 white cat creature tokens onto the battlefield where X is your life total. So, again, very relevant if you gain enough life. I mean, you can deal with that so easily, which is why I'd never use it, but the +1 counter and the flying and double strike is incredible. I mean, if you put flying and double strike on this guy, I mean, your opponent is screwed. Boros Reckoner is a 3/3 for 3. It's 3 white or 3 red, or a mixture of them. And whenever he's dealt damage, he deals that much damage to target creature or player. And for 1 red or white, you can give him first strike and turn 10. So, again, very relevant. Banishing Light. I think there is only one in here. I'm pretty sure there is because I ordered these. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So just a bit of removal, as well as Banish a Priest, which does the same thing to creatures, but it's a 3-drop creature for 2. 3-drop creature 2/2. Idle and countless battles. 0 for 1 and 2 white, and bestow for 4, and it gets. That or enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and each creature you control. So it can get a bit ridiculous. Preeminent Captain, 2/2 first strike for 3, and whenever he attacks, you may put a soldier creature card tapped and attacking onto the battlefield, which is a bit insane. Then we've got Godsend, 3 drop equipment, equipped for 3. Whenever a quick creature blocks or becomes blocked by 1 or more creatures, you may exile 1 of those creatures. Your opponents can't cast cards with the same name as cards exiled with Godsend, which is a bit unfair, but awesome. And then we've got a Fabled Hero, a 3-drop double strike 2/2, and Heroic, which can get extremely out of hand. Spear of Heliod, 3-drop enchantment artifact. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and for 3 tap, destroy target creatures that damage you this turn. So if they got something big and you've got the mana open, you can nullify their attack and then destroy it, which is ridiculous. Then we've got a Gift of Immortality, enchant creature for 3, enchanted creature dies, returns to battlefield under its owner's control, return it to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step, which is pretty ridiculous. If you have that on something like the Boros Reckoner, it just gets out of hand so quickly. Then we've got a Gideon, so he's a 4-drop, starts on 4, +1, put a loyalty counter on him for each creature target opponent controls. That counts if they have no creatures. You still put put 1 counter on him. Until end of turn, he becomes a indestructible human soldier creature with power and toughness equal to the number of loyalty counters on him. He's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage will be dealt to him this turn. Okay, good. And then -15, exile all other permanents. So you can tap your mana, ultimate him, and then play something big, or you can just make him massive, exile everything, punch for the kill, which is pretty ridiculous. Then we've got a Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. So he's a 4-drop, starts on 3, 2, 1 white and 1 black. And for +1, you put a 1/1 black vampire creature token onto the battlefield. -2, you get an emblem that says creature you control get +1/+0. and that can stack multiple times. And then -6, destroy up to 3 target creatures and or other planeswalkers. Return each card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. So again, it's a bit ridiculous. He's not obviously not legal, but I think he should be. That's just insane. Heliod, God of the Sun. So 5/6 for 4, indestructible unless your devotion is greater than 5. He isn't a creature. Other creatures you control have vigilance, which is ridiculous with Boros Reckoners again. And for 4, you can put a 2/1 white cleric enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. Not very good, but hey. Then we've got 3 Paragon of New Dawn, so it's the white Paragon, gives them +1/+1 white creatures. And for 1 white and tap, target creature you control, and target white creature you control gains vigilance until end of turn. Then we've got a Giant East Chosen. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield on your control, put a 2/2 white cat creature token onto the battlefield. If that's an enchantment, if the enchantment was an aura, you may attach it to a token. It's a 3/3 for 4, which is, with this effect, not too bad, so might as well have it if there's a couple of enchantments. I mean, there's, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far, so that's good enough for 4-drop at least. And 100-handed one. So he's a 4-drop 3/5 with vigilance and monstrosity 3 for 6. And when he's monstrous, he can block up to 100 creatures each turn. Which, why? Why did they do that? Then we've got 2 Avacyns. So it's a flying vigilance 5/4 for 5, including 3 white devotion, which can get ridiculous with stuff like Heliod. And then for 2, prevent all damage will be dealt to another target creature this turn by sources of the colour of your choice. And then for 7, prevent all damage will be dealt to target player this turn by sources of the colour of your choice. So only artifacts can get through to you, which is ridiculous. Then we've got 2 Spectra Wards. 5-drop enchantment. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and protection from all colours. Yeah, if you have 5 mana, again, if you put down something like a Boros Reckoner, they're screwed. Then we've got 2 Soul of Theros, so it's a 6/6 for 6, vigilance, and for 6, creatures you control get +2/+2 first strike and lifelink until end of turn. Why? And then we have 3 Resolute Archangels, the white promo. When it's 4/4 flyer for 7, and when it enters the battlefield, it puts you back up to your starting life total if you're below it. So, again, that can be pretty ridiculous. I mean, you could have a really long game where they're slowly getting you down and down and down and down, and then you get to 1 life and you're like, oh no, Resolute Archangel, in for the kill, yay. So it can be a bit ridiculous. Next, let's go to our lands. Most of them are basic, but we've got a Temple of Silence, so it's the white-black Scryland. We've got a Yorgamoth, which turns everything into a swamp, and we've got a Caves of Kolios for the white-black Painland, and then we've got 3 foil planes. Foil lands are so beautiful. So those 3 were just for Sorin, and you need a lot for 1 extra card. It's ridiculous, because sometimes I'll see Sorin, sometimes I'll see a Painland or Scryland, and I won't see Sorin, so it's very random. These are the 1/1 spirits that you get from Spirit Bonds. I've got hundreds of them. They're just so common, but they're pretty cool. And when you can get, like, when you have this many on the battlefield, your opponent's just sitting there like, oh shit. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you again soon, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.